Trying to finish my open face sandwiches for dinner, as half the family is down with some sort of tummy flu. And shit going on this week in the world of Warhammer. So, hello, crafters, and welcome to Talking Tuesday. The Discord. No. And here we go. Commodore, my buddy. Good to see you, sir. What a week. What a weekend. Man. So, over the weekend, no, I just got to finish my sandwich and we're on our thing. Hi, Tina. Mr. Meeks. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. So, for those that aren't local, Wisconsin decided to remind all of us that we're a state that has weather this weekend. And holy crap, my neck of the woods, I got about a foot. And that sucked. My entire Sunday plans were shot to hell because I was out of certain supplies and I could not go replace them. So I am right now waiting on Amazon to come to my rescue because I just said screw it and I ordered some stuff so I can finish up. Oh, fuck. So I can finish up these Nurgle boards I'm working on behind me. More on Thursday. Ah, crap. Oh, Jesus. So I suppose it is a good time for there to be nothing going on in 40K. I mean, Dark Angels went on pre-sale previous weekend. They should be arriving this weekend. I don't care. They're Dark Angels. Not that I don't like Dark Angels. I just don't care. I mean, let's get them done and get them going so that all Marines are done. I mean, we got left to do Grey Knights and then Marines are done. So let's get that and get out the door with it and start getting to some Xenos factions. Let's go back to our format. So, hi everybody. What's on the bench? Holy crap. I am painting a ton of Death Guard stuff. I found some boxes of stuff that I had forgot I hadn't assembled. So I've assembled and primed and I'm painting it. I'm working on a bunch of Death Guard. And then I got to get my special weapons crews for Death Guard squared away because I have a lot of blight launchers and I have a number of plasmas, but I don't really have much else. And coming to find that those are not the most useful. Blight launchers are good. They're not saying blight launchers aren't good, but I really like playing Mortarion's Chosen Sons I really like the Plague Spurt gauntlets, basically all the filth flamers, the gross flamers, the vomit guns, whatever you want to call them. Anything that squirts crap out there, that's what I need to get worked on because I need more of those for my army. We had this weekend just sucked because we had 12 dropped on us. It was supposed to start coming in like the middle of Saturday afternoon, and I rushed home and nothing happened. And then overnight it went blah and just fell on us. Lady D started a new job this Monday. She is now officially the manager at a new store for the same company. They transferred her to a higher volume, more higher population. I don't know how to say it. Basically, she got an upgrade because she went from being the working manager to the actual manager of a higher tier store. It's really cool. So she actually has staff. Well, she doesn't have staff. The store has staff. She has to hire staff because they lost most of their people. So she's just exhausted and she's got a little under the weather right now. So she's eating some chicken soup and just being in bed. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'll tell you, Meeks. I've been playing DG, and I'll tell you at the 500 level because I'm in an escalation league. I am 1-3 in escalation league, and 500 points, a low point game. It is hard for Death Guard to get in there. It's hard to score points. They're just not mobile enough at that low point level. We'll see how they are at 750. I'm looking forward to 1,000 because 1,000 I can actually work on some major mobility issues at 1,000 points. So we'll see how that goes. But four rounds at 500, I went 1-3. I'm not salty at all. I got to see Necrons, and their new rules help a lot, but if guys are firing lots of 1 damage shots, it really is not that helpful. So, volume fire really jacks them up. But being able to not be wounded because you need higher strength weapons because they're higher toughness, that's helpful. So it's a trade-off. Like I said, I like the Death Guard. I've played them now. I played twice in one weekend. I've done a lot with them. I've looked at some alternate builds with the new codex. I like the new codex. I like the way it's going. They have limitations. They're not perfect. They have issues, especially low point games. Low points are just not where they're strong. So I've got a lot of Death Guard I'm working on. Taizo, how are you, darling? So, I mean, I love my Death Guard. I think they're great. They have limitations, and that's okay. I'm also working on a 30K army, but it's just a real side project. I'm barely building them. I'm building them. I haven't even thought about paint schemes yet. I still haven't decided what army they want. I just know that the base builds are easy to get into, so I've got those dudes in there. I still have some Space Wolves to paint, but I'm going to be a while before I get back to Space Wolves. It's, I got plenty of figures we're working on. And then if that wasn't enough, I had to throw on my gloves because I got to take something off my printer. Let me grab my... Yoink. All right. As I am working on a major print project. Oh. La, 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 la. that the first print appears to have come out very nice. Quite pleasing. Let me get this off. Give it a quick splishy splash in the bath. And we'll let y'all take a look at my new big project. I had an idea. I was inspired. I found a model. And I'm like, yeah, baby, we're going to do this. All right. I am so excited about this. This is the power of 3D printing. So I am printing a gigantic robot, like a giant war robot. Let's just put it that way. And there are 3 pieces on this print that are a 24-hour plus build to get this thing out. And this is one of them. And as you may be able to see, it still needs cleanup. This, as the primary torso, printed out perfectly. So it's a dog of war is all I'm going to say. Friend turned me on to the STL. And so, yes, it is a hound of war giant robot. And so yes, Mr. Meeks, that is exactly what it is. Or at least a proxy for one. And as far as prints go, it needs cleanup. But, yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I can't complain much. Okay, let it dry out. Wash it up a bit, let it dry out, and then after the show, start up the next print, which will be the piece of armor that goes on right here and covers the whole top end of it. That's a 26-hour print. And the way I'm looking like this, I'm printing the biggest and baddest pieces first, the hardest ones that are going to be to print. Because if I can get them to print, then I have confidence in printing the rest of the model. And if I have problems printing the big pieces, I can just take my Dremel to the thing and cut it in pieces and make some really badass orc terrain out of it. So I take it as a win either way. The nice thing about printing it myself is that I actually don't have to print this thing solid, which it normally is. It's hollow. And by being hollow, this is a lot lighter. I've actually seen the actual, the official model, if you want to call it that. And this piece is like a pound normally just by itself. Just this main body part is like a pound. And this is, I don't know if you can see, this is like, because it's hollow, super light. So this will be a lot of fun. So let that thing dry and worry about the rest of that later. So yeah, that's my new big project. I managed to find a model that I could break down into enough pieces that I can actually do this reasonably. And I'm super excited. So Commodore, if you want a copy of that STL, we'll have to talk. You'll have to get me that drive we've been talking about you wanting to get. But yeah, I mean, it's just the body. So, I mean, there's going to be some side body and then some undercarriage and then some legs and some arms and all that stuff. This is just basically the head sits right here. So it's pretty cool. Right now, it's a big resin square. But that is my big long-term project. Like, it's the number of prints. I think it's ended up, I thought it was 14. I think it ends up being 16 prints, some of which are multiple days to print. I mean, this one was 25 hours. I've got one more that's 26 hours. I have another one that's 26 hours. Those are going to be the first 3 ones I print. Give me a second here. Whatever my thing is deciding to show me every freaking thing ever. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, this is the first of 16 prints to make the big boy, which I'm looking forward to. And I may chaos him up. I haven't decided. Part of me wants to do him all loyalist and match him up with my House of Rust Knights. And part of me wants to just nurgle the crap out of him. Just have like gunk and meat and hanging off him. I haven't decided yet. I am more leaning towards doing a cleaner style. Make him look all pretty. So. Also, if he only comes out and he looks pretty crappy, I may orc him up and turn him into like an orc gargant. Just have goblins hanging all off and put some framework on him. Make 2. Well, he's going to be about a bottle and a half of 16 prints because a couple of big ones. He's going to be about a full bottle of resin to print, maybe a bottle and a half. So we'll see. I mean, he's already going to be, I think, 16 inches tall. So he's going to be a big boy. And I'm not going to have much chance to play him. I'm printing him more as just I want one. I'm thinking I'm going to paint him up. That's the other thought. I'm thinking about painting him up in the GCD colors. So do him in red, black, and white with some gold, and just print him up as the Gamecraft Warhound. So there's a definite thought there. Yeah, so it's all right. It's all right. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I'm still gonna have to do some kit bashing on it because I'm gonna have to do lots of the pipes and the tubes and the cabling and whatnot. And I want to throw some chains on him, just to make him look all gruff. Oh, very nice. I can tell you Harbor Freight actually has a really nice cheap compressor for airbrushes. And there's a Harbor Freight not far from you guys. Alternately, I used the Master Brush compressor that I got through my Master Brush, and I think that was like $80. And that's a really good compressor. I've had no issues with it. Mythos has said his lasted like 3 years running it all the time before he had problems with it. I haven't really heard of anyone having problems with it, so something to keep in mind. So yeah, projects. I mean, that's it. I've got this bad boy, Death Guard, and lots of other projects, plus my Nurgle boards in the back here. Yeah, there's a couple good ones on Amazon. And I'm working on that, what do you call it? That Necron terrain. I had to put on hold only because I need to get these boards done. I have some really cool ideas for that Necron terrain. Actually, some additional goodies I've had time to percolate. So that's going to be really cool. And I think you guys are going to enjoy that. I don't know, Hellchild. He made it sound like he was running his all the time before that one went on him. Yeah, I mean, the one I got, the Master Brush, I've had no issues with that thing. That thing's been beautiful for me. So it's a good compressor. But like I said, I heard that Harbor Freight, somebody mentioned to me that Harbor Freight has a small compressor that you can use for airbrushing that's just wonderful. You have an appliance you've grounded. Well, now that he has a new compressor. I remember when he got that. I remember he was running a live stream when his airbrush died on him. It was hilarious. I'm guessing there's a story there, Phoenix, about an appliance being grounded. Yeah. So that being said, what's coming up? Again, there's nothing really new this week. They haven't announced anything. I mean, we're gonna get the Dark Angel stuff will come out this Friday or this Saturday, and Dark Angels players will be all happy. Leaks and leaks and leaks. I've heard a lot of leaks. The new Kill Team box set that I'm actually looking to buy. I'm really excited about it. And it's going to have the new flayed ones, the new plastic flayed ones for the Necrons, and the heavy intercessors are going to come in that box set. But it's also going to have like new Necron terrain and some new rules for like this new area. Apparently that's going to hit shelves in March. So that is my focus there. That's some good advice there. If anybody knows anything about airbrushes, that man is an expert. That man is an expert on airbrushes. Actually, it was a lot of reason why I ended up getting the master one, because he said, needed some specific features, and this one had literally all the features he spoke about, which is why I didn't mind it. Let's see. How you doing, Al? Good to see you. Good to see you're okay. You holding up okay, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a bit. Grateful for a second fridge. Oh, fridge going bad. That sucks. Ooh. Yeah, that can be a bummer. So that new box set that's coming out, I'm super hyped for it. I mean, everybody knows I love Kill Team. And that's the thing I like about these Nurgle boards, because these Nurgle boards will be usable for Kill Team. Use one board for Kill Team, 2 for 1,000 and less, 4 for greater than 1,000. Once COVID actually loosens up, like I'm thinking this summer. I actually have to talk to I got to talk to Commodore about this, because I'd mentioned it before last year, and then COVID happened. So I was forced to cancel it. But the idea I'm thinking of, and I've got a venue now, I'm thinking about once we get like summer going, just have a huge gamer day. Like, get a day where I can get everybody that's in town that I know and get them all to this single venue and just get everybody playing smaller games so we can get through a lot of games, either Kill Team or 1,000 points and less, and just get and have Commodore help me organize it. Because, I count on this man. He doesn't understand how much I count on this man. But, try and get him in and get a bunch of people involved and just get a bunch of people there and get some Kill Team going. You have like a tournament for Kill Team at the same time running on one day, a mini tournament for 1,000 points, and just have everybody, no major prizes, just everybody just kind of coming in, bragging rights, maybe a little something special or whatnot, but I think it'd be kind of fun. I think this community could use it, especially when, once this COVID thing gets under control. I miss gatherings with a lot of people. I didn't realize how much I missed them. Yeah, I don't want to try and run a full con, my bro. I no, not a full con. I've toyed with the idea. I'm not gonna lie. I have toyed with the idea of running a full-fledged, wargaming con here in the Milwaukee area. And like every major wargamer I know, it's like, oh, I'd be down to play, but nobody would be willing to help try and organize it, and I am not doing that shit by myself. So so that's not happening. So no worries on that front. But I think just a single game day, a post-COVID holy crap game day. Where we try to get as many people and have it planned out, like as soon as the COVID restrictions are loosened, have it planned like several weeks or months even ahead of time. It's what Kill Team makes me think of. After Ben and Tina, well, specifically Ben, put together that lovely Kill Team tournament that we stretched out over a couple of weeks, I just kind of want to, I want to do another event like that, but I want to do it kind of like the way Magic the Gathering tournaments are run, where all the events happen in the same evening. I mean, the game only takes an hour to play, so play for an hour, 50-minute break, play for an hour, 50-minute break, play for an hour, 50-minute break. 4 rounds, you're done. It's an evening. That'd be cool. Or it's a Saturday. I think that'd be a cool way to do it. And that's just what Kill Team makes me think of. So that being said, the other leak that I saw. So February, the coin is going to be a Slaneshi symbol, and it's like Slaneshi and Sisters is the big gimme this month, probably starting this weekend. So if you want your Slaneshi or your Sisters figure, you better get there at the Warhammer store by like noon or earlier, because they're going to go out right away like they did with my Plague Marines. And $100 you get the coin. The coin this month is a Slaneshi symbol. I understand that at some point this month, the Sisters and Drukhari box is coming out, which I know Lady D and, well, at least I'm hoping, none of the things haven't changed, but at least I know we set things up so that Lady D and Phoenix are splitting a box. I don't know what else is supposed to come out. I mean, the Drukhari rules should be coming out. They were supposed to come out in January. Obviously, with everything going to hell in December, that pushed everything back. So I guess they're going to be this month. I'm betting Sisters might be getting their codex sooner rather than later. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Sisters get their codex here in February. They're releasing the first set of the Underworlds teams. They've shown the next couple. It looks like there's an Orc team coming up, which is why the March coin that somebody leaked earlier today out on Reddit, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the 40K orcs or the Age of Sigmar orcs. But the new coin, the March coin, has the orc skullhead symbol on it, which could be either faction. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the coins, I'm hoping everybody is, but if not, basically, if you go to a Games Workshop store, as long as they have supplies last, I think they get like 30 coins. If you spend $100 or more, you get a coin. And the coins don't do anything. They just look cool. I got the first one, which was Marathi, and then I got the Death Guard one. The next one this month is Slaanesh, which I definitely want to get. And then March is going to be Orcs. So yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking, Tina. I'm thinking, I mean, we're going to be getting the next codex. They're probably going to announce it this weekend. The next codex is going to be the Drukhari codex, and then they don't have any announced anymore after that. So we got to see what the next one's going to come out, and they'll probably announce them this weekend. What's coming up down the path? I'm assuming the stuff I've been hearing, I think it's going to be Sisters next, because it looks like they're alternating. But it looks like they're alternating Imperium, non-Imperium, Imperium, non-Imperium. So the last one did was Dark Angel, so next will be Drukhari. Then they'll do Sisters. Then they're going to do one after that. I don't know who they're going to do. Maybe Demons? They need an update bad. But the Slaneshi thing is big in Age of Sigmar. I don't know. I'm really worried. I'm not just worried. I'm really interested. That's a better word. I'm not worried because I know everybody's going to get their codex. They made it clear they plan to have all the new codexes. Everybody that's supposed to be getting a new codex is supposed to get their codex from my very reliable source. All the new codexes should be out by the middle to end of summer. January, I mean, the December thing pushed things back a little bit, but we're talking like end of July, August, all the codexes should be done. All the new codexes should be out in play. So Sisters, I mean, they got a new figure that coming up, Drukhari Sisters box, and they have their new walker. Okay, I got 2 Sisters players currently in here. I gotta ask you two, what do you guys think of that walker? Because I'm real mixed on it. I'm like, I mean, it's cool. They want to get some, yeah, but then it looks like the way does, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I need someone to tell me how I should feel about this thing. I don't play Sisters. Tina's not impressed. Okay. To me, it looks like they took the Penitent engine, made it not so penitent, and then put guns on it. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like to me. You have not seen the new Walker. Okay. Phoenix, I'm going to tell you this straight up. Given that you live at a 40 Canyard, just turn to him and go, you have failed me. Because he has. It's a Sister's baby carrier. I don't like that they reused that design. I hate the Dread Knight. One of the big reasons why I like the Grey Knights, but one of the main reasons I'll never play them, the Dread Knights are just so dumb looking. The Dread Knight, to me, is an awful looking model. And I'll admit, 75% of the reason I play an army is because of its look. I don't care how good it is. I do not care how good an army is. If I don't like the way it looks, I'm not going to play it. It's one of the reasons I don't have any desire to play Drukhari or what do you call it? Drukhari or Harlequins. They're not my thing. I don't like the spindly little figures. It's one of the reasons I kind of really like, but kind of don't like the Mechanicus. Like, the base aesthetic is kind of cool, but the base aesthetic is kind of cool, but they're spindly models. I mean, I built Call just as a project. I got a Call and I built it and I painted it up because I think in the lore he's one of my favorite characters. I think he's such an interesting character. But man, I broke that figure. I broke pieces off that figure 4 or 5 times just You really like her. Okay, cool. That's cool. And that's the way it should be. You should either really like or not like. I don't like it when you have an army where you're like, the army's okay. You know, it's one of the reasons I'm into the Sisters. I don't hate the Sisters. I want to be honest with you. I don't hate the Sisters. They're not my thing. I mean, there was at one point I kind of thought they were, but I'm just like, they're right there. They're cool, but they're just not my thing. You know, so I mean, I get it. You know, you should be able to look at an army. You should go, I want to play those guys. It's why most Marines don't do it for me. But you get into old school Marines, you get into Iron Hands, you get into Space Wolves. Oh, I'm all about it. You know, That gets me going. And walkers. If I can put as many dreads on the board as I can. I mean, a perfect army for me is like 15 dreads and just a whole lot of I don't like you. If I could field an army of mostly dreads, I would be the happiest boy ever. Because I love dreads. The problem is that she's completely exposed from like the waist up. It's like she's sitting in leg holsters. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. I don't know. But I mean, it's not my army, so I don't have to love it. And I don't want to bad talk it because if somebody really loves it, I want them to get it because I want to see it on the table. It looks like it has a lot of DAC and looks like it'd be fun to play if that's your army. I'm like curious what they're going to do with the orcs. I mean, if they've got the orc coin, I mean that means the orcs are going to be getting hopefully their codex. But everybody's gotten new models. What are the orcs going to get? Over the last 2 years, they've got a ton of new vehicles. The only thing they lack is HQs. They don't have a generic HQ that you can easily get your hands on. You know, and I know that about you, Phoenix. I know you're more of a fantasy person. I'm surprised you didn't latch onto Lord of the Rings, knowing your predisposition. I'm surprised you didn't jump onto Lord of the Rings version of Age of Sigmar and go, that's what we're playing. Rob, my friend, good to see you, sir. How are you? An orca baby carrier. They already have an orc baby carrier. Every vehicle they have is an orc baby. Have you seen their stuff? What's up, my man? What is up? Like, I know the orcs need the codex. I mean, I can't wait to see that orc codex. But I mean, we're talking March at the earliest. Especially with the orc coin there. And like I said, they just got a bunch of, they got all their new buggies. They got all new buggies. They got the 4 new buggies that just came out with at the same time that they released Speed Freaks. They're not, I mean, they're actually one of the bigger lines. They've got a couple models that could use a refresh, but for the most part, I mean, what are you going to do to orcs? I mean, you got to make them more orkier. Like I said, the big thing is they need an HQ refresh. They need to get an HQ, you know, just a single HQ. The only way you can get a orc warlord right now, you can get a metal one. You can get an orc boss as a metal figure, or you can order the boss's mob, which ended up being a war boss with a pack of 5 knobs. Which is why 90% of the people I know that play orcs basically kit bash an orc leader. And that's a funny thing. I like, you know, people are like, well, we need new orc boys. I like the current orc boy model. I actually I like that kit. What do you want, you dope? You big dope. What do you want? You have food. You were just outside.